So Bitcoin falls 5.5%, dragging down Fantom and Near protocol. Fantom down 6.5%, Near down almost 6% today as the crypto market is spread with red. Oh, that rhymes. But what are the key levels for Fantom, for Near protocol? How low can these get? And what should we be doing in this moment? As always, guys, not financial advice. Do your own research, but let's get straight into the video. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you want to buy any crypto, the two exchanges I use the most are BYBIT and BitGet, links in the description. Now, as you can see here, Bitcoin started falling from this Adam and Eve pattern, which I shared with you guys. If you want more detail and a breakdown of Bitcoin, that's the video from earlier today. But today, we're going to look at how has this impacted Fantom and Near, because you can see here intraday we fell as low as 18,750 on Bitcoin, and the altcoins are getting decimated, to say the least, to the downside. Now if we take a look at Fantom, you can see we had this important support level at 24 coming up. Fantom's actually holding that up pretty well given the current situation we're facing right now, but it's probably a matter of time until we start falling. Remember, Fantom is producing its own Adam and Eve pattern, okay? You're getting this kind of a move, and therefore you take your technical move and you'll take this peak here to this line. And what you'll be able to do is put that at the point of breakout, and you can see you've still got a little way to go to about 21 cents here on this measured move. Of course, Bitcoin will need to play out fully down to its technical target at 18,000. Now, keep in mind, I'm expecting Bitcoin personally to go and test 17,600. That is what I'm preparing for. I'd rather be prepared for that and it not happen than to not be prepared and it happen. I'm not ready to buy the dip on my favorite coins. So similarly for Fantom, we could see the level come down to 21. We've also got this pivot point here, which I want to keep a close eye on. That's obviously at the psychological level of 20. That's a natural level. Then if we were to lose that, then we'd be looking at the lows we saw at about 19 cents, which comes at the bottom of this pivot point here. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking at if Bitcoin starts to get close to 17,600 again. So you can watch out for these key levels. If I bring out the EMA ribbon on Fantom, you can see the 1 hourly, we're super bearish. So again, just as expected, this is a little move upwards, which you shouldn't be surprised about, because now you could get rejected from your EMA and push through 24 with strong strength from the bulls. Okay, there's not much volume in this uptick. You can see here the candles have gone down here for the volume. So this is just a cooling off by the bears before they try to push further down, as they're in complete control here of this pattern. To get further confluence, let's zoom up and look at the 4 hourly chart, and you can see Fantom went for a really strong position here, getting ready to really start moving to the upside, but Bitcoin was just not ready for it. And not even Bitcoin, the wider economy was just not ready for this move, and you can see we start to tumble back to the downside, now being bearish on our 4 hourly EMA. So again, if these EMA ribbons start to extend, if they start to separate and widen, then that could suggest another move down towards 20 cents like we're expecting. Okay, now if we head on over to our daily chart on Fantom, you will see how dire this is, right? Now, this is a worse picture for Bitcoin, but at least for Fantom, what you can see is we're a bit closer to our EMA ribbon. If I show you the equivalent chart for Bitcoin, you'll see how extended we are. We've got more of a gap here from Bitcoin. So all this was in this moment, and this is what I was sharing with you during the videos, is this is just a cooling off from a bears. And even if we did run up into our EMA ribbon up to 26,000, even if that head and shoulders did materialize, it would have been a nice little trade for us, which we would have taken and made a bit of profit on. But the reality is the bears are still in control and they can still move us to the downside. So that's what we need to keep an eye out on. And the fact that they've managed to rotate back to the downside without even coming towards the EMA ribbon just goes to show how dire the situation is right now. And I don't want to be a perma bull, but it's just facing the facts of what we're seeing. So I'd much rather say, okay, it looks like we're heading to the downside. Everything is suggesting we're going to head to the downside. Let me get my nibbling ready. Let me get my limit orders ready, and let's make sure I'm accumulating my favorite projects. Speaking of which, let's take a look at Near protocol as well. And let's turn off the EMA ribbon first and foremost. Let's start off with the hourly chart. And what you'll notice is I was sharing this pattern with you, and you could see that we were sharing that we could be coming down to here if Bitcoin falls. And you can see exactly at that level we said, which is the $3.24 mark. That's exactly where we met. We actually broke lower than that, down to $3.13, and now it's gone back up to test that level again. If you bring out the EMA ribbon, don't get too excited with this small pump here. That it just looks like it's trying to get a retest from the EMA ribbon before another move to the downside. So what is the next levels we need to watch out for? Well, you've got support coming in from this level here. We've lost this level now. If we lose this level, then we're looking at this level here, which sits at here at $2.93. That is what I'll be looking out for here on Near protocol. Switching to the 4 hourly chart, what you will notice is, let's just get zoomed in. There you go. What you will notice is you've got some room before your EMA ribbon. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if you got a little bit of a move up, even up to $3.47, the chart is saying, and then a move down. But at the moment, the markets have a huge bearish bias. And again, this bullish situation has quickly turned back into bear mode here on our 4-hourly EMA. Switching across to the day chart, you can see very interesting. Let's just clear this yellow line for you guys. And let's just get zoomed in here. So what you'll see here is on our daily chart, we have had exactly that. We had our retest of the EMA ribbon. We rallied up towards the EMA ribbon on near, and now you're falling back down. So expect it to create a lower low. That is what we're all looking out for now. And in order for those lower situations to play out, Bitcoin is obviously going to need to go towards 17,600, which, let's face it, looks like a possibility, right? We're not miles away from that right now. We've had a lot of bearish news play out. If you've not watched my video going through the Bitcoin bearish news throughout the day, then go watch that. We had core inflation coming out, slightly less than expected, but still super, super high. We had FTX snubbing Celsius. We had Grayscale being rejected, their spot ETF, by the SEC, and subsequently started trying to sue the SEC. So that's very, very interesting to keep an eye out. So nothing on the horizon is suggesting we have too much positivity in this market. So I want to be prepared for downside bias and be prepared to pick up some of our favorite plays. You can see Fear and Greed Index continues to be at 11. If you've not watched my video yesterday, go watch that video, because I explained in my Bitcoin video yesterday how long this bear market could be, because I think a lot of people are underestimating how long and drawn out this could be. So I want you guys to be fully prepared to make the most of these bear markets. When we're in bull markets, what does everybody ask for? They ask for bear markets. When we're in bear markets, what does everybody ask for? Bull markets. The reality is you can't control that. What you can control is how you act. So if you're in a bear market, act like you're in a bear market. If you're in a bull market, act like you're in a bull market and do the things accordingly. Unfortunately, people mix them up. They need the candles to give them conviction, and unfortunately, that is what messes you up. If you need red candles on a chart, if that's what it takes for you to sell your favorite cryptos, then have you really got any conviction in that crypto in the first place? Did you really do any research in the first place? Equally, if the green candles make you happy as if you did something right, then do you really have conviction in those projects? Because you're just going to keep buying high and selling low, which is the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. When there's blood on the streets, when others are fearful, you've all heard it before, that is when we need to roll up our sleeves and build. Whether it's our portfolio, whether it's businesses, whether it's whatever else you want to build in crypto, now is the time to be building it. And you're going to look back years from now, whether it's 2 years, whether it's 1.5 years, whether it's 3 years, you're going to look back at 2022 and the summer of 2022 as being a defining moment. And you've got two choices. You can either disappear from crypto, maybe sell your portfolio or leave your portfolio there and disappear and focus on something else. Or you can say, hang on a second, this is a bear market. I know it's a bear market, but I haven't lost conviction before. Bitcoin has always figured its way out of a bear market and found its way to all-time highs. And what I'm going to do is go away and start building. Today's the day I'm going to figure out how to get more cash into my investments. I'm going to build my crypto business. I'm going to build my portfolio. I'm going to build my YouTube channel. I'm going to build whatever it is you're building. Go away and say, I'm starting to build. This bear market is going to be the one. I'm going to do the work in the background so that when we get to the bull market, I'll be able to flourish. And then the tourists will come in and say, how comes he's achieved that? But the reality is you've achieved that because you were doing it in the bear market when it was extremely challenging. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Can we get 200 likes on this video? Is that too much to ask? Do check out BitGet and BYBIT. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of giveaways, so make sure you're set up using my links in the description. And go watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.